All right, true believers, welcome to this episode of the Freedom to Draw Unsolved Mysteries. In today's case, we are continuing on the Santa Rosa hitchhiker murders. Victims, possibility of Ted Bundy victims. But as I'm going into this, I'm finding out that it's probably not Bundy that did this stuff. But regardless, we are going to look at this girl. She's victim number 5, Lori Lee Kursa, and she is an unexplained death. Who killed this young girl in the early 70s, guys? Do you have any information on this case or the other cases that I've done on Santa Rosa murders or any other cases? Drop us a like, drop us a comment, drop us a subscribe. We appreciate it. And you too could help solve a mystery, guys. We're going to get into Lori Lee Kursa's story in 1 second. All right, the victim, Lori Lee Kursa, and we're going to draw her and tell you about her case at the same time. Her name was Lori Lee Kursa. Her date of birth was 2/26/1959. She's missing since November 20th, 1972. Last seen with her mother at the You Save Market. Date the body was found was December 14th of 1972. The location of the body found 20 to 30 feet down the steep embankment on the west side of Calistoga Road, less than 1/10 of a mile from the intersection with Harleyville Road. Cause of the death: dislocation of the first and second cervical vertebrae with compression and hemorrhage of spinal cord due to trauma. Evidence at the scene: 2 wire loops in pierced ears. No earrings attached. Notes: she was a habitual runaway. So this one's a little different. It says that she didn't have her original earrings. I think what they're trying to say is that the killer made 2 earrings out of wires and stuck them in her ears, which is really twisted and sick. I believe that's what was reported here, if I'm not misunderstanding this. So this was a particularly heinous, the way she went. Particularly horrifying too. And here's an article of not too long after this happened to Miss Lori Lee Kursa. Secret witness: can you help solve a crime? Do you have information which could lead to the arrest and conviction of the slayers of Lori Lee Kursa or Kim Wendy Allen? If you do, there's $500 waiting for you as a secret witness, and payment will be made without your identity even being known. Now, $500 was a lot in the early 70s. Sheriff Don Strapeka has asked for help in solving these 2 brutal crimes. The Press Democrat is joining with radio stations KSRO and KVRE and some public-spirited groups in establishing a fund which will be used to encourage secret witnesses to volunteer information. How does it work? We can pretty much figure out how it works. That just tells you how it works. When the girl's body was found, a man contacted the sheriff's office to say he saw the van parked on the east side of Calistoga Road, headed north around 9:30 p.m., sometime between December 3rd and December 9th. The man said he was on his way home from work and was approaching the corner of Parkhurst Drive when he noticed the van at the side of the road with a white man wearing an afro hairstyle in the driver's seat. As he turned onto Parkhurst, the man said he saw two other men walking on either side of a young girl, apparently holding her up and leading her. He said the two men seemed to almost run across the intersection, open the rear doors of the van, and push the girl inside. They got in after her, and the van sped off, heading north on Calistoga Road. According to the information the witness gave the sheriff's office, Detective Sergeant Moore said from the description of Lori Kursa and the clothing she was wearing when she ran away from home, he thought the young girl with the two men could have been the same. Now, I did previously say on one of these shows, YouTube decided to hide one of them because of my music selection in the background, but I said that this may be a group of guys, maybe Ted Bundy was one of them, learning about how to do all this disgusting type behavior. You never know. I mean, this happened with the Toolbox Killer. Those two met and they exchanged ideas, and then they went out and done these awful crimes, and they did it for a long time. And that was in California too, I believe. So this it's not a crazy wild idea I'm proposing here. Maybe these guys were Ted Bundy's teachers in a way. You have to really think outside the box. He also said it looked like the van had been in a wreck, and from what he could see under a street light, it appeared the driver's door was off color, possibly a dark gray or coated with primer. He said it appeared the door may have been dented and hammered out, according to Detective Sergeant Moore. Lori Kursa was last seen alive on November 30th, according to information from friends who have talked to the sheriff's officers about the case. Detective Sergeant Moore emphasized that he is interested in talking to the owner of the van because a young girl was seen getting into it in the general vicinity of where Lori Kursa's body was found. Kim Wendy Allen's nude body was found in the creek off Enterprise Road between Sonoma Mountain Road and Bennett Valley Road on March 5, 1972. She was last seen hitchhiking northbound at the Bell Ave Coal Ramp, San Rafael at 6 p.m. March 4th. She had a backpack and a small wooden barrel in her possession. The Secret Witness program was started by the Detroit News in 1967. Thus far, it has solved 14 murders and a number of lesser crimes in that city. The Sacramento Bee sponsored the program in that city, and in the first 6 months solved 45 felonies and 18 arrests. The Long Beach Independent Press Telegram reported 3 arrests in its secret witness program in the first month of operation. Now, this was an article not too long after this happened. Obviously, it didn't work. But they were trying. But this witness may lead people to think that this was a team of deviants. You know, this is similar to the Toolbox Killers. And I believe this may be similar. It's a team of sexual deviants that met up and were like-minded, and they just said, we got a plan, and this is how we're going to do it. Are you interested? And it may have included Ted Bundy. He was young and he was an inexperienced murderer, I believe, during this time. He wasn't a well-polished killer yet. Just basing my opinion off of the timeline. We are seeking funds for the Secret Witness program in Sonoma County, either cash or pledges. If we reach our goal of $10,000, we hope to be offering Secret Witness funds for a number of crimes, ranging from murders down to major burglaries. So I'm thinking this girl may have fought these guys off, because it seems like from the injuries they just threw her. Because she had a broken neck, and she may have become a problem for these sick individuals. I believe it was more than one person that did these crimes, just by witness accounts, and it's happened before. And I don't really know a lot about the toolbox killers, but I know they worked as a tandem. And that's all it might have been. It might have been two guys. Maybe the witness suggested maybe there was three. But it is a mystery, guys. I can only provide hunches. And like I said, I'm not a detective or investigator. Far from it. I draw them, I don't solve them. Consider this fact. In the year 1971, Sonoma County had a total of 6 murders and manslaughter cases. This year, with a few days to go, it's approaching 20. It's time something was done. Guy's right. He was right. But to think back, it's 2023 now, and this case has never been solved. Pretty crazy. It's not like they didn't try. Donations or pledges can be made to the Secret Witness Fund, care of the Press Democrat, 427 Mendocino Ave, Santa Rosa, 95402. So they were pleading with people. They only had a handful of murders the year before, and now they were on 20. That's quite a jump. You could see why they were concerned. And they were young girls in middle school. Well, we're about to wrap this one up, guys. Another one in the books. This is the case of Lori Lee Kursa. Somebody thrown this girl off a busy road and broke her neck, and she was bound at the time. Such a horrible way to die if you think about it. That does it for this episode, guys. This is your case right here, Lori Lee Kursa. Tune in for the next one, guys. Peace out, true believers.